Hey, what's up, guys? It's Alex.
And Kush.
And we're back from self-quarantine. Well, self-quarantine, I mean quarantine. Dude, we got kicked out of college. That shit was lit.
Yeah.
But
we thought it'd be this way, like, honestly. Freshman year.
So,
something happened, though.
Something happened.
2 nights ago.
Yeah, because today's Sunday. Something happened 2 nights ago. Someone came down from the heavens.
Wait, what the fuck? It's Sunday?
It is Sunday.
Oh, fuck me. Okay.
Wait, no, it's Saturday. Bro, I was bumping shit.
Oh, you don't listen to it with headphones on?
No, let's do it in the speaker. I wanted to hear the bass.
Oh, I put big-ass headphones on. Listen to that bitch.
And,
the Canadian...
And someone
R&B.
who was able to drop a fire album.
He did it
came out over the weekend. I mean, it was Thursday.
Yeah, I was trying to think of it.
Afterwards, for the weekend came out.
We have been excited for this album for at least the past 3 months.
It's in my top 5 most anticipated albums of the year. Mainly, it wasn't number 1 because Isaiah Rashad's been my most anticipated album since 2018. Actually, 2017, because I was like,
but this album's been a long time coming.
Another album coming in 2017. It's also been a long time coming.
I don't count My Dear Melancholy as a full project.
I don't either. My favorite rap group, or my favorite actual musical group, is the 2016 Squad, which are artists that have not dropped an album since 2016.
Kendrick?
No.
Kendrick technically did.
Kendrick was from 2017. The 3 artists that comprise this, who are all of my top 10 favorites of all time, are Isaiah Rashad,
RTJ.
The Weeknd, there's 4. Run the Jewels, fucking Isaiah, fucking The Weeknd, and fucking Frank Ocean.
Oh, yeah.
Those are the 2016 Squad. They all need to fucking drop albums.
But based on how great this one is, or not great,
you know.
we'll talk about it.
So,
but yeah, we've both been excited. All 3 of the singles.
Yeah.
Plus the one that dropped on SNL. I loved all 4 of them.
Yeah, after Heartless, Blind Lights, and After Hours, I thought the album might be a 10. And then when I heard, what was the single we dropped on SNL? Scared to Live. That's when I was like, okay, I really like this song, but it's not a 10, so this album probably won't be a 10. But this album is very good.
And you had a theory. Before the album came out, like an hour before you texted me, I think it's going to be a story. You didn't. Yeah. I didn't read what you said. I still haven't read what the story was.
Oh, okay, so basically I was basically right. It was like, The Weeknd's going to be a dick to this girl. He's gonna there's gonna be like some shit goes down, break up. Then it's gonna be from Escape from LA until Blinding Lights. It's gonna be like fucking like the whole like fucking sex, fucking coke, all the shit from
the old Weeknd type of
like
Starboy type
more
shit.
80s shit. And like I was like Heartless and Blind Lights and all that. That's why that was more upbeat. And then from like In Your Eyes till Until I Bleed Out was gonna be like him like trying to get her back. And I was basically right.
To his credit, it's a lot more deep than I thought it was gonna be. Like he is a lot more mature. Like he's not just blaming the girl.
This is the first Weeknd album that has a full artistic vision, like the first studio album. I haven't listened to Kiss in a long time, so that might have one. I don't really remember. But like Beauty Behind the Mask and Starboy to me just felt like more of a collection of songs.
Also, yeah, this isn't just like sex, money, murder, drugs, all that.
I don't think Weeknd ever talks about murder.
He's in his fucking murder. Like, dude, what the heck is the short?
Except for Starboy, it's like click, bang, nigga. Yeah, understand, boy.
Also, have you seen the short clip for this album?
Yeah.
He killed someone. He's this fucking psychopath.
Bro, he's a real one.
And in the Starboy video, he kills himself. It's some crazy shit.
Does he?
It was a Starboy video, I'm pretty sure.
I don't remember.
He doesn't just blame the girl. He takes responsibility, which is like a theme you see multiple. It's like an ebb and flow. He blames the girl. He blames himself. He blames drugs.
This Weeknd character development has been going on since Starboy, where
this shit's great.
Where he started to have more vulnerable moments, but then he had there were some very vulnerable songs on this bitch. Like, was Save Your Tears one of them? I don't remember.
Save Your Tears, yeah. That song is so good.
But that song's based off a true story, too.
The one at the party?
No, a few days after he and Bella Hadid broke up, they saw each other at a club.
Oh, okay.
So that's based off a true story.
You can definitely see him hinting at a certain person. Because he mentions Selena Gomez. He says, I broke your heart like she broke mine. Or something like that, I think, in that song. And it's referencing Selena Gomez breaking his heart.
Yeah.
It's some big brain analytics. But let's start from the top. Want to go song by song and just give our thought? Like quick song. Starts off with Alone Again.
This is the 3rd best song on the album.
Shit, really?
Yeah. There is one thing I love. It is the atmospheric, dark Weeknd. And this is that so fucking much. Like the only thing that I can compare it to with the production, this is easily the best ever produced Weeknd album.
Oh, for sure. Easily.
And like
it's not monotone, but it's also not like all over the place, which I thought Starboy was.
Yeah. And you might disagree with me on this, but the one album I can kind of compare the sound to, where basically Weeknd is blending in and more of an instrument to the production instead of his own personality, I guess, more like he blends into the beat like so amazingly. The only person I can compare that to is Travis on Radio.
I mean, why would I disagree with that?
I
was gonna say Astroworld.
You might be like, no, Travis is better than that. But like, I think why Radio I think why Radio is so good is because Travis isn't a rapper on that. He's another instrument.
I think he does on Astroworld too a lot. Not as much. You're right though. He definitely does do that more because like he's more spaced out in Rodeo, right? His voice.
And I think that's what gives Rodeo an edge over his other projects.
Yeah, we were talking about this before, but I think his first 3 lines of the first song completely show what this project. And it's take off my disguise. I'm living someone else's life, suppressing who I was inside. And I think that's. I think this is my big brain theory. You're gonna laugh your ass off, but this album is Abel, like Abel, trying to come out of the Weeknd persona. He's tired of the Weeknd persona. That's why I think scared, like him wanting to get out of LA, and all those things are him tired of this life that he's been putting on. I think it's a disguise. That's a disguise he's been doing, and he's seen how that persona has hurt so many people. It's hurt Bella Hadid. It's hurt whoever the fuck else he was fucking. I don't know. I think he's tired of that, and that's why I thought those 3 lines were really like interesting. I've listened to the whole album, but I thought you were gonna laugh your ass off. You haven't laughed yet, so
no, because LA was the mission, but now a nitwit leaving.
That chorus is fucking hilarious.
Because there's a lot of callbacks to hear from to Trilogy because the knowing Cali was the mission,
and also he mentions the house line multiple times. I think 3 times I counted, or at least twice for sure. I think once on this song.
There are a lot of good callbacks to Trilogy on this that I really like.
But it's a more mature version. You can definitely tell that.
Yeah, no, it shows his development as a person, as an artist over the years, and
I really do think this is about him trying to kill his Weeknd persona. Yeah,
and but high key, like I've said for years, my man should have just he should have just like been like Abel. Like that's a fire name. It's a fire name.
But the Weeknd is pretty cool too. I was watching a video about how he got that name.
How did he get the Weeknd?
One weekend he just left his home and moved out some other place.
Nice. So he's just like, bro, I moved out on a weekend. I'm gonna call myself the Weeknd.
Yeah, I don't know if that story's true, but I liked it. But yeah, I would not say it's my 3rd favorite song on the album, but I fucking love the beat change. And like the bridge and the chorus are very basic, but in this one he works as an instrument, and like it makes the atmosphere that you were talking about, which I thought was really nice, and it adds like a really cool effect to the song. The next song is my least favorite song on the album.
Are you serious?
I don't like. I think. Let me explain why. I hate the chorus.
I love the hook on this song so much.
It doesn't fit, right? Like it's too fast paced, in my opinion. But the ending of the song is so amazing. This might be this is just the endings for a lot of the songs are just so good because they transition so well into the next song, and this is one of those.
This song reminds me a lot of Starboy.
It does, yeah. I just don't like. I think it's way too fast paced. The chorus. It's good.
The hook. I don't remember it, but I really like it. Wait, no, I do remember it. Wait, this is one with the filter on it, right?
There's multiple ones with filters on them.
This is the one that was with filters on them. Maybe. Okay.
I literally wrote, ending beat goes insanely hard, creates spacey, intoxicating atmosphere. Sounds futuristic like a spaceship. It sounds like he's getting fucking abducted.
The best line on this fucking album. Actually, no, I'll get to it when we get to that song, because that line is...
Is it the flashing lights line?
No, it's not.
That's a fire. Where in hell is disguised as paradise with flashing lights?
No, we'll get into it when we get to Snow Child.
Dude, I look up what Snow Child meant. Is that cocaine?
Yeah.
Okay, I wasn't sure. I'm like,
When I saw Snow Child on track list, I was like, oh, that's gonna be some cocaine, right?
It was actually not the fucking crazy. That doesn't mean some crazy song.
Oh, that's what I was expecting. Yeah. Okay, so next is Hardest to Love, right?
Yep. Yeah. This song is where I was. This shit is mature as fuck.
This song also has an amazing hook.
Let me see if I said that. The house I bought is not a home. That line's pretty good too.
Yep.
Oh yeah, very melodic chorus.
This song with Scared to Live, it makes me feel nostalgic or something. It sounds so like retro. Like I don't know what it is about it, but it's just like slow and like it's just like the sound of it.
You know, like the first beat in Scared to Live when he goes like right when he starts singing, there's like kind of like a everything's just like calm for a second. Yeah. You know, dude, I don't know, but it's like it feels like a very sad boy hour song.
Dude, this entire album's sad boy hours, except for like Heartless
and Blinding Lights
and Blinding Lights.
But
and Faith, kind of.
No, I kind of get the nostalgic feeling that you're talking about. I don't know why though.
Yeah, no, there's like something there.
It's very calming, even though it's such a sad. It's like a heartbreaking movie where you feel bad for the character. I think that's the nostalgia I feel at least in this.
I don't know. Okay, Scared to Live. This is an amazing song. This is one of my favorite songs on the album.
I think you said this is the one reason you thought the album wasn't gonna be a 10.
Well, no, because
It fits into the album a lot.
Yeah,
better.
no, it fits. This one thing also, like before the album, I would have given like Blinding Lights like maybe not a 10, same with Heartless, but like in the context of the album, I think they are better.
Dude,
and like no, Scared to Live, I think the song's amazing, but like I never thought it was a 10, and I still don't think it's like a 10. That's why I was like, oh, so the album probably won't be a 10.
So I think individually there's only 4 songs on this album that are 10s, but with the context of the album, I think I'll tell you later. But I think it's different.
I really like the beat on this song because it's like basically non-existent until the hook, and then it sounds really good.
And the church. Oh, so there's a church organ. You heard the organ, right? That's like the main instrument.
I don't remember.
There's only it's such a minimal beat, but it's like a church organ, right? And I was thinking like church organ, church. He's asking for forgiveness, right? And that would kind of make sense based on the last song because he's kind of apologizing for being such a pain in the ass. And I was like, shit, dude, this shit hits deep. You didn't think about this, Alex. This is why this song's a 10.
Nah, I didn't
Even
think
the
of that.
beat is crazy. And I think he had a big part in producing these songs, which is interesting because I didn't know.
Yeah, he said he'd play instruments and shit.
Yeah, because I was looking up production credits, and he's on every single song.
Yeah,
so I don't know if that
that.
just means like he was in the room while they were producing, or I don't know. It's good as shit.
Okay,
Though.
next we have Snow Child, and
The rap part's pretty good. I fuck with the rap
I'm
part.
gonna be honest, this is my least favorite song on the album.
Oh, it's my second least favorite song, but the rap part is like the Weeknd
seen-
rap. I don't know.
But this is what I've seen a lot of people say. People say that fucking like Hardest to Love, Scared to Live, Snow Child, and Escape from LA is like they're like 4 favorite Weeknd songs.
Yeah, people
like,
really
like
love-
people like love this section. Of the
I
album.
don't. It's my second least favorite song.
Like, yeah, it's my least favorite song on the album. Like lyrically, I fucking love the song mostly, but like
The Shady Line?
Sonic wise, it's just like
It's
it doesn't do
Starboy.
much for me.
It's a star.
It reminds me of Sidewalk kind of, but no, it's good.
Oh, I could.
But
It reminds me of something he would have put out in Starboy. Like it sounds like a Starboy, like with the lyrics.
But some of the lines I fuck with heavy in the song are she don't need a man, she want a man need. It's like flipping the thing from Heartless.
Never need a bitch or what a bitch need.
And then also the best line on the fucking album, that's the funniest, is what is it? Futuristic sex giver Philip K. Dick.
That's so. I don't get that line. So look it up. I still don't get it.
Philip K. Dick was a science fiction writer.
Oh.
His name is Philip
Dude,
K.
he
Dick.
has so many fucking references to like Scorsese movies, and there's apparently one from The Irishman. I was looking at Genius, and I was like, holy shit, he knows his pop culture references,
My man's-
and then random shit.
My man has been silent for fucking 4 years. He's been watching.
He has a lot of
fucking
material.
movies.
Yeah. Dude, no, because he's going to all that heartbreak. He has to watch something.
Mm-hmm.
Another one I liked is about he's talking about going on tours my vacation.
Oh yeah.
That one I was thinking like, is he talking about his fans being like kind of like a way for him to relax, or he literally saying like he works so hard that like the only time he goes out is for a tour. I think it's the second one because
I really want
he's
to go to
coked
this
up.
concert, but I don't want to spend $200.
Apparently his concert isn't selling. That's why it's
And I don't want to get coronavirus.
yeah.
I think
Also, it's only in Charlotte.
Yeah, but I mean that's not that far. It's a 2.5 hour drive.
Yeah.
I drive
He
there a
really
lot.
hates California. This is where the hate for California shows up in this song.
Yeah, and then Escape from LA.
This song is good.
This song's good.
Dude, No One Parties in LA is a great song. This is a great song. I was thinking
I love the bridge. The we had sex in the studio part because that like it just sounds so nice.
I hated that part. I was like, this
Did
is
you really?
so cringe. It's okay. First of all, that line is the shallowest line. But then when you understand in the context of the song, you're like, oh shit, he's cheating. I'm pretty sure he's cheating, right?
That's it.
And I was like, oh wait, okay, so like, he's fucked up in this part of the album. Like these 2 songs, he's fucked up. I'm pretty sure, right? It's like the first half of the song, he's talking about how much he hates it. This is where I was like, my theory about like him wanting to kill off the Weeknd. He's talking about how much he hates LA and how it's created him, and like the only way he can be happy with him and his girl is if they leave LA.
Well, here's the thing about my theory was kind of wrong-ish for the first part of the album, but like after all the Vegas shit, basically Escape from LA or Heartless on, I was right, but it's more of the first 6 songs are like it's an on and off again relationship.
Yeah.
And in Escape from LA, he cheats on his girlfriend who is probably Bella Hadid or some shit, and then he's like, oh, I can't come back from that. So then he goes on the drug sex fueled rampage, which is the next 3 songs, and then he's trying to get her back for the rest of the album.
And I love the lines when he talks about like what he has everything, but it's nothing without someone. And he goes like, I got everything that I wanted, yada yada yada, but it's nothing without you. And then he goes, I gave her everything, but none of that matters to her. And that's interesting. And I don't know why, but it's like thoughtful, but also very shallow, where he thinks like material things are what she needs, instead of him just not fucking cheating. You know, you would think that would help a relationship. It's like kind of like his naiveness, where he thinks like, oh, I can give her all these material things and that'll make our relationship perfect. This song is so good.
This song's really good.
But like, dude, what the second half of the song, that
one
beat,
of my tests just got graded. That's scary.
I got my professor mailed back my test. Who the fuck does that? Okay, I'm gonna cut this part out. But like, do you like the second part of the song better than the first half? Because I don't, but I love the beat for the second half.
I like the second part more than the first half.
Okay, you know who Jason Nash is? No. David Dobrik. Well, the intro. I'm gonna show you the intro for this song, and then his intro to his YouTube channel, and they sound the same.
Nice.
And it's so bad. Okay, next song though.
Heartless. Cause I'm heartless. This song was so fucking replayable.
It's such a it's a not SoundCloud Starboy song.
Yeah, but
it's so good in the context of this. Like, come on, dude. The placement of this, every song on this album is placed perfectly.
Yeah, you know your Spotify like on repeat playlist.
Yeah.
Heartless and Blind Lights have legit been in my top 5, I think, since November.
I think After Hours is my number 1 right now, but Blinding Lights is second. I was on Blinding Lights right away. Like, I love that.
Blinding Lights actually took me...
After Hours, Falling, Blinding Lights is up.
Hey, you got Falling. Got them TikTok songs.
Yes, sir. I got 3 Justin Bieber songs on there.
Fucking failure. Oh yeah, After Hours is my number 1.
Yeah, okay.
And then Blind Lights is my number 5.
This is the exact fucking same.
And then like Heartless
Life is Good is number 4 for me.
I've listened to Godzilla for some reason. Like, I did not like the song, but I'm going back to it more. I don't know why.
I like the song. I like the hook. Is so good.
Hey, 24K Golden, high key underrated. His album fire.
By Valentino.
Yeah, Valentino, and then like the entire album's pretty good. Like my roommate got me on that because he was like, but now like the entire album's TikTok songs. So all I do when I go on TikTok is hear them shits.
All right, but yeah, Heartless. I mean, everyone has probably heard this.
Oh, Faith is already on my on repeat playlist.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll get to that. It's next. Is there anything we have to say about Heartless? It's a story. Yeah, it's next.
It's good.
He's fucked up at
this
point.
Is one of my favorite songs of the album. Okay, now we're going with Faith. Faith is my second favorite song of the album.
It's my
Faith
favorite song.
Is probably going to be my most replayed song of the fucking year, like I would say.
Mine's still going to be After Hours.
Nah, because I think Faith has more replay value than After Hours.
Really?
Also, Faith is shorter.
This beat, it's not that much. I think it's 5 minutes.
Is it really?
There's a song that's 5 minutes and 30 seconds. Cause I remember I was listening, I'm like, this shit is long, but it's good. I'm pretty sure it's long.
If it's 5 minutes, it doesn't feel like 5 minutes at all. What the fuck?
I'm pretty sure it's, I don't know, copyrighted. It is 4:43. Okay. That's still long as shit for a song.
But this is absolutely my second favorite song, and this, I was about to say it could overtake After Hours, but it won't.
Is this the one with the fucking organ or something, like the saxophone?
No, that's not. That's In Your Eyes, I think.
Oh, okay.
But this song has my favorite, like
verse.
Yeah, like verse, like
holy
lines.
Fucking shit! Wait. Is it the second? Is it the one after the verse after the chorus? Might be the second verse.
Yeah. It's really good. With the lines, but if I OD, I want you to OD right beside me.
Yeah.
I want you to follow right behind me. I want you to hold me while I'm smiling, while I'm dying. Might be the most toxic, most Weeknd lines I've heard in my entire life, and they are so
the whole
fucking good.
Song that's toxic.
And I love, the song's so toxic, and I love how at the beginning it sounds like a more Starboy song where it's more upbeat, but then the beat like slowly shifts so many times throughout the song, and it slowly gets darker and darker, and then the beat cuts out right before he does the OD lines, so he makes sure that you hear those lines.
And before he talks about like he feels everything, even though he's taking all these drugs. He starts off the song with the 3 drugs he's taking, I think, right? And then he goes, I can feel everything, which is the exact opposite, which is like like he feels the hurt, like you see him struggling, even though he's taking all these drugs, but they're not helping. So he's going back to his old days that he talked about him wanting to leave.
And then, of course, he does overdose in the song, and then the outro comes. That outro. This is what I did. I wanted to get in the mode of the album, and like I don't like just like listening to albums, just like staring at the floor or some shit. So I usually like play like GT on single player or some shit, so I can pause it and like actually like listen to it or whatever, or I can just have something for my eyes to do. And when I was listening to this album for the first time, I went in director mode where you can change all the settings. I got my fucking car that's chrome and has purple neon lights, and I literally turned it on midnight, and I turned off like daylight, whatever the fuck. So like it stayed midnight the entire time. I just rode through like downtown Los Angeles.
No, for like you would have an old retro. I feel like the Weeknd would have an old retro car and speed that through LA.
Bro, it was a vibe.
No, the outro is so
The
good
outro,
with
the
him
outro of this
ODing.
is so amazing.
Dude, when I realized that the next song was Flashing Lights,
yeah.
that's when the album clicked for me. And that was the third time I listened to it. I almost cried. I had a mental orgasm when I realized that.
Bro, I had a physical one.
The last, is it a verse, a refrain? I don't know what the fuck it is.
It's just an outro.
It's so good.
That's
the outros on the songs are incredible. They're so
It might be my
out.
second favorite part of the entire album.
Well, the verse that you were talking about is my favorite Weeknd verse of all time.
Yeah,
I was looking back at it. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's great.
And he also, I don't know if this was a shot at Drake, but he said, "I take half a Xan." I still like
yeah, I saw that. I saw that. I think that's just like
no, it's a joke, obviously.
Yeah, because they're friends now. They're cool now.
Yeah, but I thought, I mean,
after Drake stole his entire mixtape.
Did he what?
The reason why House of Balloons is only 9 songs because half of the songs are on Take Care, and there are like versions of a lot of those songs with The Weeknd doing the entire thing.
That makes sense.
Like Marvin's Room, like even that's like the anthem of the Sim. that song's originally Weeknd. But
you haven't hit Sad Boy Hours yet, dude. I couldn't imagine if The Weeknd did that song. I don't know what I would do.
Yeah.
Fuck. Yeah. No, but this song is just scary. It is so. I was thinking like if The Weeknd actually did this, I don't know how the fuck he's alive. Like, do you think this actually happened?
I mean,
I feel like. Do you think it's like kind of Weekended where it's like over the top of it?
But The Weeknd, if he was doing all the drugs he was doing back in 2011 with Trilogy and all that, he would, like if he was still living that lifestyle, he would be dead now.
Yeah.
There's no way. Like my man's was depressed. My man was taking all sorts of shit.
Yeah. That's why I think this new persona, like you know the persona, like the one with the fucking bloody nose and all that. I think at a point he was literally like that. He was so fucking coked up.
Oh, and I love the blood. Like
the promotion. I know.
First off, this might be the best like marketing campaign for an album I've ever seen.
His live performances on Colbert were
probably
some of the first of all great vocals. Oh, we didn't talk about the vocals are fucking amazing.
Oh yeah, of course.
That's what you can hate The
Weeknd entire album,
but he has probably the best voice and live performance of any artist right now. I would say.
Yeah,
there's very few people who could beat. Like he's such a good raw singer.
Yeah.
But what were you saying? You love
Don't remember. Oh, I'll explain this more like when we get to the final track because it ties in more to that. But like the his entire like
get up.
Yeah, like what he looks like during the live performances. So next is Blinding Lights. This song's fire. This song took for me like a while to click.
It was instant for me.
I remember over Thanksgiving break when I heard the song, I was like, "What the fuck is it?" Like I was not fucking with the song on first listen.
You know the Rickroll dance where it's like that or whatever it is. That's the kind of you have to like bop your head and like do that.
Especially with like the next couple tracks with fucking like In Your Eyes and In Your Eyes and Save Your Tears. Those sound very 80s.
I can definitely see that as a complaint for some people. Some people are not gonna like the too much. I don't think it's overused. I think this is the most heavily used one, and In Your Eyes is very 80s. But like I feel like it's used very appropriately. The 80s isn't overused. Yeah. Did Metro Boomin produce this shit? Because he's a fucking...
No, Metro Boomin only did Escape from LA, Heartless, and Faith.
So the 3 best songs.
Three of the best songs.
He only do the 3 best songs now. Dude, shout out to Metro Boomin.
And
he made Heartless. He literally says Metro Boomin.
I said it's Escape from LA, Heartless, and Faith.
Oh, I was thinking After Hours. Never mind. My
fucking, bad. I texted you last night. I want Metro Boomin. His next album, I want it to be R&B album. After what he did with James Blake and what he did with The Weeknd, I think that an R&B Metro Boomin album would be crazy.
He was supposed to. He retired. Do you remember that? He retired for a little bit, and he came out.
No, he didn't retire. He
said he was going to stop making beats.
No, he said. I don't think he ever said he was going to stop. I was saying that he wasn't really doing it for a while.
Oh, okay.
So I think he was focusing on. He was making his own album at that point.
Dude, that's so like he's thinking that you don't hear no Metro Boomin on this. Like you don't hear his thing. I mean, he's doing this because I think he wants to.
He did it on Pusha T shit.
But I'm saying, first of all, he doesn't need the money anymore. He had a stretch where.
But also, could you imagine the Metro Boomin want the more like on this?
But that's what I'm saying. Like I think he's trying to experiment with his sound.
Yeah. I mean, he can absolutely do that. I think he started doing that. I think he started doing that with the solo album. He started experimenting more.
No, not all Capes Were Heroes.
Yeah, not all Heroes Were Capes. The sampling was
great on that.
Yeah, I fucking love that album so much.
That's a very underrated album. Travis and him. That's pretty much a Travis and him album.
And 21 was on that shit.
Oh yeah. 21 was good on it.
But Blinding Lights,
fire, yeah.
Okay, In Your Eyes. The hook on this goes crazy. That sax goes so hard.
Dude, no, the reason this is the reason I know that not Travis, The Weeknd was a production credit. Because I was looking I'm like, first of all, I'm like, is that fucking, who's that? Stevie Wonder. I thought it was a fucking, whatever that's called, not a piccolo.
A harmonica?
Harmonica. So I looked it up and I'm like, oh no. But then The Weeknd played the guitar and the keys for this song, apparently. Dude, this song is beautiful.
I also read that this sounds so crazy, bro. This album entirely some straight up synth porn.
Yeah.
I think that
I put some Stevie Wonder type shit on this beat.
I think that The Weeknd entirely need to have a synth porn off. Which
Tyler?
Which albums can have more synth?
Oh, I think The Weeknd's got it.
I think Igor's got it.
Igor does, but I think The Weeknd fits better on.
But Igor is basically all synth.
Yeah, it is. Dude, this is the one about him and Bella Hadid meeting him at a party, right?
No, that's Save Your Tears.
Oh, what is it? Oh, this one about the girl being fucked up, yeah.
Yeah.
And she's trying to...
Also, the hook on this goes hard, too.
There's only one bad hook, I think, and that's the one that you like.
Oh, I love that hook. I love every hook in the album.
The hook, it needs to grow on me.
This is what I'll say. I'll compare it to this. This album's hook game can be compared to Channel Orange.
Orange, you mean?
Shut the fuck up. Which might be the album with the best hooks of all time.
Yeah, Pyramid's my favorite.
It's comparable. I don't think they're as good because like Channel Orange's hooks are so crazy.
They're also deep as shit. Apparently, yeah. I don't understand half of it. But I think the chorus on this one is just This is going back to the thing where he uses his voice as an instrument again. It's so good.
Yeah, it's very good. And that sax goes so hard.
Dude, I don't know why that works though. It's coming out of nowhere, like the back end of the song. I'm just like, what the fuck is happening? But it's so good. Now this is the last of the super 80s funky vibe. This is the one at the party, right?
Yeah. This is the one that's based off a true story.
This is the one like Bella Hadid is like sees him at a party. She's super heartbroken, tries not to show it. This song, dude, I felt so bad. This is
my brother's favorite song. He texted me about it. I was like,
yeah, that's a mature song. I'm surprised.
Bro, I'd be influencing people around with music. I remember 4 years ago, I was playing some Weekends, and my brother was like, "What is this girl music?" And he was like, "Bro, After Hours."
Oh, he likes After Hours now?
Yeah. And like my roommate was like, "Bro, what's this fucking emo Isaiah shit?" And then like I saw on his post yesterday, like my man's added some Isaiah Rashad yesterday, and it was one of like the most suicidal tracks on that bitch.
But this is definitely probably the most mature song on that album. This is why like. Could you imagine, like, 5 years ago, or 7 years ago, The Weeknd saying, "Damn, I fucked up, I shouldn't have cheated on my girl and done so much drugs." Now he's like, I feel bad for her. Like, she deserves someone. He pretty much, I think he literally says, she knows she deserves someone better, or I know she deserves someone better. I could not have seen him saying that 5 years ago. On Starboy, he would not have said that.
I really think Starboy was the beginning of him being more vulnerable, because there are lines on the album where he's like talking about how he wants to eventually settle down and how he's like start like want to have a family, but then like he's also like, but then also at some point he was like, that doesn't mean I can't. I'm fucking with these bitches still. But like now he's at the point where
and then
like,
My Dear Melancholy broke him. That was him where he's like, I don't fuck. That was his Juice WRLD. He was looking at Juice WRLD when he made that fucking album.
Bro, Call Out My Name is The Birds Part 3.
I could see that.
I mean, it is.
I listened to The Birds again today.
The Birds Part 1 and 2. Those are my two favorite Weekends.
Dude, when you not fully forced, but somewhat forced me to listen to that album, and I was like, Alex, these two songs are amazing. He goes, oh yeah, I know, I love these two songs. Like, I independently came to that same conclusion that you did. A lot of people did. This song is very, very, very vulnerable, and I really liked it. And this is like one of those songs I will definitely go back to a lot. Yeah. And then repeat it. This is Toxic Hours. This
is a nice song. I mean,
this is the interlude, right?
Yeah.
This is so fucking toxic. I was like, oh my god. This is him. I think this is him. Like, you know when you're dealing with, you're sad, but you're like angry at the same time? Yeah. This is that. This is Sangry.
No, this is him about to like call up his ex at 3 a.m. and being like, hey.
You up?
Yeah, because it was like, you don't love him, you're just fucking him. Type shit.
Dude, I was like, oh, okay. He is, because at this point I'm like, is he faking maturity? But then when he did that, even though it's not mature, you could see like he was fucked up. Yeah. I don't get why I like this song. It's not even a song really. It's like 2 minutes of him just saying you don't love him. Yeah, you're only fucking him to spite me. Good. My man's could sing about anything and make it sound good. Yeah. Okay, now we're at After Hours. He put a foot in that pussy or whatever that. What? Remember that? What was that one? It's Orna or something like. He has that really gruesome line. Is that someone else who has that really gruesome line?
That J. Cole where like dick fit like a foot in your mouth or some shit.
That's so nasty.
But or not, bro. The Weeknd goes hard on that.
The Weeknd's fire.
Okay, After Hours. So this is my favorite song on the album.
Second favorite song for me. Faith is my favorite. Now.
Remember when I said The Birds Part 1 and 2 are my two favorite Weeknd songs? Well, this is my third. This song, when I heard it for the first time, I was so amazed by how fucking good it is.
He experimented on this, I think. This
I don't
sound,
know
he
about-
hasn't had this sound in a long time.
Yeah.
And not
No,
in this context.
This is the first time where I've really felt Dark Weekend in years.
This was Kissland level.
This was
level.
Kissland
This was deeper,
trilogy.
darker. I mean,
This was Kissland trilogy dark right here.
no.
and I
What
fucked
part of
with
the
it.
trilogy is that dark?
The Birds Part 2?
Okay, but take that one. So I'm saying like Kissland overall was super dark.
Coming down?
I think Kissland overall is so much darker than the trilogy.
Yeah, but I've also said I need to go back to Kissland because I don't really remember that much close to like 4 or 5 times.
You need to listen to
and that was a few years ago. But this song is so fucking amazing. The way that it slowly builds up the beat and then the drums drop.
Beat change.
And then like the
beat changes, right? Completely.
Yeah. No, at the end it does.
Yeah.
And like the baby, where are you now that I need you most? Like that is some shit that you need to listen to in the dark at like 3 a.m.
Dude, when his voice breaks when he's singing that shit hurt.
Bro, yeah, this song
men
hurts.
cried. Boys cried.
And then that fucking outro is my favorite part of this album. The
Until I Bleed Out? After Hours.
Yeah, is this house is not a home without my baby.
Yeah, that callback.
And then he does the final, or he does the hook again, but like it's like
broken
really
up
light.
when his voice is
yeah, and like there's like no beat. Like it's so fucking good.
See, I feel like he made that song. That might have been his first song on the album. I think. I really think he recorded that a long time ago.
It may have been
because like. First of all, out of the 3 singles, that's the most depressed by far. Or the 4 singles, even more than the one he released on SNL. Yeah. This one is just so... It's not just depressed.
This was like, it's
broken. Yeah, the other one is reflecting like, yeah, man, I fucked up. But this one is... You see the real... This is him wanting to destroy the Weeknd. This is where he's...
so good.
And then the last song. This is one where you had a theory or something, I think?
Okay, so Until I Bleed Out. So after Hours... calls up his ex and it's like, hey, come fuck with me, basically. And then he's like, baby, where are you now that I need you most? And then fucking she's like, no. And then Until I Bleed Out, that's basically like, it's not like physical blood, it's more emotional. And I think that's where the broken nose and the blood comes in the like in his performances and shit, where it's like that's him like being showing like that he's being emotionally drained. I think that's what all that means. I don't think it's like
more than his physical appearance. It's scary, like the way if you look at his face when he's performing, in the video, you know, the short film he released. More than his physical appearance, like his persona that he carries is scary. It's like broken.
Yeah.
More than just like him having a fucking broken nose and fucking pore strip on his nose. I think it's the first line or one of the lines. It's I don't want to touch the sky no more. I just want to feel the ground when I'm coming down. I thought that was really beautiful, and it's like touch the sky, like he's high. I don't think he wants to like do drugs anymore. Like he doesn't want anything that the Weeknd wants anymore. He's tired of that shit, and he's finally like understanding the maturity of like what he needs to do. Dude, this song,
this is such a nice outro, and it very abruptly stops.
Yeah, but that's okay. So he talks about like he doesn't. I don't remember the exact lyrics, but it's like he doesn't need it anymore or something. But is he talking about drugs? Or about the girl, because I'm not, like, I've been thinking about, like, he's like, I keep telling myself I don't need it, I keep telling myself I don't need it anymore.
I think it could be.
Is he talking about love? The girl, or drug, like, that's why, like,
it's both.
I'm a fucking genius. I'm a fucking genius.
I mean, it's pretty obvious. What does the Weeknd sing about? Drugs and girls?
But the thing, no, I'm saying he's a genius also, because, like, I think he purposely leaves it ambiguous.
Yeah,
because it could be both, one, or neither. I feel like, it could literally be meant like life. He doesn't need his life anymore. There's so many meanings based on how you interpret the album. And okay, now we come to the part that we slightly disagree on. How do you feel about this album overall?
Overall, I think this is a very, very, very good album. I don't know if it's gonna end up being my album of the year, but because there were a few other contenders like Isaiah Rashad, Run the Jewels, Kendrick, that all could release better albums than this. But I think this is a very good album. I think this is easily his best studio album. I don't know if his best project overall. I still might like Thursday from his mixtapes better than this, but they are very close. And I think after a few more listens, this will get the edge over Thursday. And I think this album is also definitely a grower because I mean there are some songs that I can tell that I'm gonna like more, like as like the earlier ones. Shut the fuck up. Like Hardest to Love and like fucking.
I don't like Hardest to Love.
No, I like it now. I can see myself liking it more later. So like I think and like saying like Escape from LA, maybe Snow Child. I can see that one growing on me. But so this score could be increased by the end of the year if we do it annual list, if we're not all dead of coronavirus by then, or if anarchy has to come and the internet's still around, or if actually no, what's more likely than all that is that me and Kush just stop doing this shit.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, we try to do it.
We tried to.
We would have recorded more because like
we would have recorded more, but we were like 200 miles away.
Yeah, I mean, I have 2 different scores for this album. So my first score. Oh, you're still talking?
My score for this album for After Hours by The Weeknd.
Abel Tesfaye.
By Abel Tesfaye.
Testosterone.
I'm gonna give it a fairly rare for me. I don't really give many albums this high of a score. I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. Solid album.
And so, okay, this is my thinking. There are some albums where the sum of the songs is greater than the individual songs aggregated. And this is, I think, the greatest example of that. I think there are some songs that are like 7s, like Snow Child and the second song of the album. And so overall, if I gave it just based on like aggregating all the scores, I would give it about an 8.5. Or a 9. Pretty much what Alex said. But when I look at the album as a whole, and look at the story, because you can't just look at an album, most of the times, you can't just look at it as isolated thing. I think at least for me, I'm looking at it as a Weeknd project and like how much he's grown, and understanding where he comes from, and understanding the story, and everything that went into this. I give it a 10, and I'm not just giving that a 10. I'm giving that. In my end notes I wrote I like this more currently. It might change currently more than I've ever liked any other album. I've never felt this way when I've listened to an album. The atmosphere, the production, because there can be great albums like. The reason some people think Frank Ocean has a 10 out of 10 album with Blonde or Chanel Orange. But the thing is, I've never felt that emotion, happy, sad, whatever you want to call it. I've never felt that for the whole album. I felt that on songs for a bunch of artists, right? Like Kendrick does it all the time. But I've never felt that for a whole album like I have on this album, and that's why I think it's better than My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, which was before my number 1.
That's not true.
But that's what I'm saying. You just have to. It only works if you feel that same.
I'm not saying that the fact that you like it more than My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy isn't true. I'm fine with that. What I'm saying is that wasn't your number 1.
Oh, okay.
It was assumed form.
It was assumed form. Yeah.
Hell, I know you're number 1 and you don't.
Well, I went back to our video. And I forgot about that. But assumed form. There's probably like the closest thing, because that album is very similar to this. It's the individual songs sometimes don't. Actually, the individual songs are all fucking great on that.
Yeah.
But when you listen to that in order, it's amazing. It's literally you're in space when you listen to that. And I feel the same way about this album.
Assumed Form and After Hours are low-key 2 sides of the same coin.
They are. I think
they're
artists that are very similar, I think.
But they're also basically like opposites in terms of message. Yeah. James Blake's is very much about
spiritual.
Talking about like him with, I don't know if it's with his girlfriend or wife now, but and how great of a place he's in, like on things like Don't Miss It, Power On, and songs like that, while The Weeknd's like all depressed and shit. It's like, hey, I need my bitch back.
But I could very well imagine them doing a song together. Their voices are both heavenly. James Blake has the best voice. Actually, I disagree. I did what I said before. I think James Blake has a better voice than The Weeknd, but The Weeknd performs better than James Blake because The Weeknd's voice is just like a performance voice.
Yeah.
Like with his fucking falsettos and everything.
Yeah,
crazy.
I think that The Weeknd has more of a range than Mr. Jameson Blake.
Well, James Blake is more like I would say like he sounds more classically trained. I don't know what that means, but like he has like more of a. The Weeknd has a fucking crazy voice. If you think about it,
The Weeknd goes hard.
If you've never heard The Weeknd, you'd be like, "What the fuck? It's a girl. It's Ariana Grande, just depressed." Like that, I'm sure everyone's gonna disagree with me saying, "What the fuck? You like this album way too much." I honestly do not give a shit. This album,
this album's really good.
It's a masterpiece.
Yeah, right now this is my album of the year. Like,
because no fucking good albums have come out this. The great albums have come out this year.
There are some great albums.
Uzi?
No. Who were some great albums that came out?
I can't remember albums this year. This year has
not
felt real. If this is a simulation, it's fucking broken.
I thought A Written Testament was pretty great. Mainly because of Jay-Z. No, here's the thing about
I didn't like the album.
Jay Electronica fans were pissed off because it was basically a Jay-Z album. I never gave a fuck about Jay Electronica. I'm a bit too young to have missed all the Jay Electronica hype because I wasn't really into rap that much in 2009, 10. I got into it more like 2011, 12. So, like, I knew about him, but, like, I was never that big of a fan. I never listened to his other shit. So when it turned to be a fucking Jay-Z album, I was like, oh, okay.
I was so because he's not credited on the song.
No, he's not. So Circles by Mac. That's a great album.
Do you think it's better than this?
No, I'm just saying these are other great albums that came out this year. And then Unlocked by Denzel.
I thought that was okay.
That album's so replayable for me. If I go back to that album so much.
I mean, Denzel Curry's
it's
the most replayable
nice
artist, probably.
Short.
Yeah. Just the way your girl likes it.
Yep.
So, guys,
Denzel and Weeknd, 2 artists
we've
that are in my
given
top
our
10 of all time.
hot takes. Mine is, I think, a hotter take, but Alex has a very...
We have
I could completely see why someone
This
would...
definitely reviews a 9. Because we got it at 9 minutes.
I love this album, guys. Alex love this album.
It's very good.
But how do you feel about it?
How do you feel about
Are
it?
you coked up as The Weeknd is right now listening to this album? Are you sad right now? Are you just happy and want to have a good time listening to this album? I fucking love this album. I don't think I've said that.
It's very good.
Let us know what you guys feel. Do you like the review? Should we make it way shorter? Are we annoying? Because pretty sure we are. And what should we review next?